It's past 5 o'clock.
They don't do it till.
We're gonna start with the FD.
It's a study session.
This is just a study session. I just wanted to get it going. Chief Patterson, what you got for us today?
The only thing that I have is to request permission to hire a part-time firefighter EMT. Just looking for approval for that. That's the big thing that we're doing today.
And it's a custom that you always usually have a packet for us to look real quick at it, because you wouldn't mind
Have that
passing
right
it
here for
around.
you.
And then I know that since Dave, that you do most of that, is this guy met all the qualifications? You guys love him?
Yeah,
Everything's
she's
good? She? Okay.
yeah, it's a she.
Okay, anything you want to tell us about her that you discovered during the process? or-
No, I interviewed her along with Assistant Chief Gedemans and Battalion Chief Steve Waterstrout. We all three interviewed her. She's also a part-time volunteer with Munster Fire Department, and we have a couple of Munster guys that work for us, and they said nothing but good things about her, so I think she'd be a good fit.
Okay, wonderful. And is there anything else that we're going to address today, Chief Patterson?
That is it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Chief Sormas, and I guess the majority of this will be probably directed at the most important issue we have coming up, dealing with the hiring of employees, the emergency hire list. So if you want to fire away, go ahead.
Okay, my first one will be a recommendation for resolution to update our fee schedule. So currently what we're doing now, we're reviewing all our fees at the police department, and we've come across several categories that have not been updated in a decade sometime. The toll was updated back in '22, but after looking at it, we're going to send I'm hoping to send a recommendation over to the council to reevaluate those fees and adjust them accordingly, because there's a lot of research, retrieving, copying, production, product costs involved with a lot of these requests that we're experiencing right now. And the second resolution would be a resolution for the 2022 is the toll, was addressed back then, and then the miscellaneous fees, that's been approximately 20 years that the fee has not been adjusted or reviewed. It's been on the books for about 20 years, so we're hoping to recommend to the council to reevaluate those fees and bring them appropriately up to what is required for research, retrieve, copying, and production costs.
And are there state limits on those fees? Even with the tow companies, are there mandated state limits, or you guys determine that just by how everybody around us does it, or how do you?
No, again, it would be what's involved in the cost to the department with something like that's involved. For example, you would have an officer that would tow a car. Sometimes he would spend, depending on type of call he's at, whether it's a serious accident or fender bender, sometimes you'll have an officer sitting at a scene for half hour, sometimes 4 hours to get a situation resolved. So, and then the cost of processing that, maintaining the records, receipt books, there's quite a bit of a cost attached to every line item there.
Okay,
Then also I'd foresee, we would recommend to the Board of Safety tonight to extend a conditional offer to Brendan Grabowski. Currently, we are one officer down, 52 authorized strength, we're at 51. And Brendan is on our current 2025 police eligibility roster, and he's the #1 candidate on there. And then we're hoping to get him into the academy for January 16th, so we would have to extend the offer to him in a timely fashion so we can meet all the requirements with the pension board and the academy registration. So that would be a request from me tonight to extend a conditional offer.
okay.
Chief,
Yes, sir.
is there a registration date deadline that you need to meet for the academy? I thought there was something like that.
November 11th, second week in November is a registration date for the academy, and then the academy starts January 16th, 2026. So there's a pre-registration before they actually start, and then there's also a physical assessment prior to the actual start date of the academy.
So if you're not registered, you don't see January? If you're
Depending on the backlog also, so.
They usually fill up that day. The academy will fill up.
Yeah.
Well, so they're starting a new academy at the new building, right? And they
Yeah.
upped the capacity.
Yeah, that's going to be the new one, yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
they've
also,
upped the capacity pretty substantially. If the demand's there, from what I understand, correct?
yeah, that's, they're
Because
going
there were
to try to
times
do,
when you wouldn't even be able to get in there right now. You know, even if you try to get somebody in now for January, you wouldn't be able to do it. But now, with the new academy built, I
yeah,
think
the Hobart location restricted to 50, and now they're looking at a higher number, maybe 3-4 times that amount to get,
I don't think that's really gonna be an issue.
so, yeah, it's going to be depending on the backlog, so, and then with the increase in the number of recruits going to the academy, and then also there's an option of the Plainfield Academy as well. This is just local and convenient for the northern part of the state. So you're right, Mr. Chairman, there's substantial increase in number of recruits they can handle now.
Yeah.
So, and then line item D, just for a quick explanation there, I would then recommend to suspend the actual Schererville Police Department eligibility roster temporarily while we initiate an emergency hire process in order to satisfy some upcoming retirements and the potential of the emergency situation that it's causing. So that would be after the conditional offer. And then line item F, we have a time promotion of Nicholas Flahive. That would be effective October 26, 2025. Officer Flahive comes to us with previous law enforcement experience, and he's completed all the necessary requirements. And we would recommend the board to, it's a time promotion to put him at first-class patrolman. Recommend to go to first-class patrolman. And then line item G, if you're not aware, over the years, Schererville's always had in-car video systems with audio, and now we're upgrading our entire fleet with body-worn cameras and in-car video systems. So it was a big project that we took on several months ago. Currently, they're working on all the vehicles. They actually addressed 38 of the vehicles within the past 2.5 weeks. They have a couple more days. The company that we contracted with, they sent out some installers for 3 weeks to speed up the process for installing it. And then we implemented a new policy for the body-worn camera and updated the in-car video system policy.
What's the price tag on the whole body cam thing?
Right around $450,000.
Jump change for you, George. Okay, and I do want to, so since you went through the whole thing, and I really didn't want to skip over this, just as a quick talk, and I've had an opportunity.
No, if there's any questions, yeah, feel free.
Yeah, so
that's-
I won't do this in the open meeting, but I don't think it's anything new where I've been opposed to a new hire list when there's an active list. And of course, you know, my opposition to that is that, you know, we ask people to come out to get prepared for physical agility, to do a written exam, to go through these oral interviews. We compose this list, we get it in, and then it always seems like as soon as there's an opening, we pull that rug out from under them, and these people that are, you know, dream jobs, and obviously I went through the process myself, and then particularly as of late, and I know we've hired like 10 emergency hires, and I truly believe that when we were hiring those, even though we had an active list, that there really was an emergency. We hired more than 10 in a 50-man department. That's an emergency. So particularly in this case.
That was over time also. That wasn't one time. It wasn't just a
Yeah.
one-time hiring. It was over the past 3 years.
My opinion is if we're going to use the emergency hire, it really should be for an emergency. It shouldn't just be for, you know, the convenience of us getting somebody that we don't have to send to the academy. So in this situation, based on what you've told us, where there is potentially, you know, a series of officers that are potentially leaving in a short amount of time, I can understand, but I really would like to see if there's not that emergency, even if we do the emergency hiring process, and that we go back as soon as we can and fulfill our promises to these people that got on this eligibility list, that there are jobs here and that we'll hire them.
Well, absolutely, and that's why we're extending the conditional offer tonight. And I'm also would prefer using the standard traditional hiring list that we have, but also sometimes we have an obligation to also operational readiness and maintain public safety also. And then when you have a lot of variables when it comes to pension plans, academy, matching up lists, sometimes it's difficult to align all that and send everybody to the academy. And that's why we have the option of an emergency, which I think having several officers transitioning out of police work and retirement would create an emergency in our case here for now. And once we satisfy the numbers, we can also revert back to our traditional hire list, which is going to expire on, we still have, list will expire December 5th, 2026. So we have plenty of time to go back to that list. And we are anticipating future retirements down the line as well. But I think this, the emergency hire would also help satisfy our financial budget constraints that we have at the shortest period of time to get that critical path shrunk, because we wouldn't be able to send 5 officers to an academy at one time and short our patrol division 5 officers on a daily basis.
Anybody else want to add anything to that? Because I don't want to.
So you're going to send the offer, conditional offer of employment for one candidate to go to the academy? Can't hear you. Oh, it's because my mic's not on, sorry about that. So you're going to send one candidate to the academy and then do 2 emergency hires, is that the goal?
Yes, and then if you, in your packets, I have presented a 2025-26 staffing plan.
I saw that.
That would help explain all that. So since we do have one opening now, that would be to give the conditional offer to the candidate on our traditional hire list, and then upcoming retirements that we have coming in March and April, we would hire 2 individuals from the emergency hire list, and then once we satisfy the staffing requirements, and there's 2 other variables that could come into play when it comes to retirements and officers transitioning out of police work, would result at the 5 officers being short. So once we get everybody staffed, or the patrol division staffed, again, for everyday service calls, then we can resort back to the regular list and send another officer to the academy.
So Chief, maybe I misunderstood it. So is your intent to create the list and then not hire a single emergency hire until March or April?
We haven't created it yet. No. That, in your staffing plan, they would be hired after the emergency hire list is established. So we would have those 2 officers starting right around January, within 60 to 90 days. Once we complete the backgrounds, the emergency hire process takes about 60 days, 30 days of posting. So we'll be right on track to hire right after the holidays at the beginning of the year. We're not waiting. Those are the retirement dates set by officers that are in our deferred retirement option plan. So they have to leave on those dates.
Are the officers that are retiring, do they have time?
Yeah, one of them elected, that's a good question. One of them elected to take their accrued time now. So actually, as of today, one of them is already
Oh,
gone.
you're already short.
Yeah, so he will be on the payroll till March 10th, but he will not be physically here.
His official retirement date is in
Yeah.
March, but he's actually out of service right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Chief, question, is Mike, our clerk treasurer, Mr. Troxel, and our fine town manager, Jim Gorman, all good with that, with budgets?
Yeah, I was working with them last week in regards to this, and this is financially feasible for us to move at this plan that I presented.
Chief, I got a question. With the e-hire list, is there flexibility based on the quantity and quality of applicants we get on the e-hire list to make a judgment of how deep we go into that list?
They still have the application process like any other office.
Yes, there's a background, things that we're reducing, the time frame that we're reducing for emergency hire is the amount of academy and field training. You're already getting officers that are experienced and they've already been certified by the state. So that's the part that shortens it up. They're already accepted into the IMPRIS pension plan. So that's another 4 to 6 weeks of processing. So you shrink that critical path to approximately 60 days. And it puts boots on the ground immediately after you hire them. They do a short in-house training.
A year in the academy.
Pardon me?
By the time you get somebody through the academy and on the road, it's almost a year.
Yeah, 16, 17 weeks at the academy, then you have your in-house training, then you have your field training, which also extends 38 working shifts. So that could go up to 9 months before you see the officer working on it on their own.
And Dave, maybe I can answer this for you too. I just think part of your question. we don't have to hire from that list, so we get bad candidates, we don't have to hire from it. I mean, it's not something that we have 5 people on the list and we have to hire them, we don't. I mean, we've had people in the past, we just passed them, we said we're not gonna hire them, so.
Thank you, that was exactly my question.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's a quality, yeah, that's up to us on the applicant and reviewing the backgrounds and seeing if the standards aren't any different because we're doing the emergency hire list. The difference is we're getting certified officers already.
And we also, as a board, can suspend that emergency hire list and reenact the new hire list at the very next meeting if we felt it was necessary, correct?
Yeah, like a toggle switch, yeah.
Yeah, it's only 30 days.
Every meeting, yeah. Okay, anybody else have any questions before we start the regular meeting? Okay. So we'll call to order the September 2nd, 2025 meeting for the Board of Safety, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Aye. And we'll start with the roll call.
Eric Raff,
Here.
George Corse,
Here.
David Einigenberg,
Here.
David Jaruzelski.
Present.
Robert Volkman,
Here.
Attorney Christian Bartholomew,
Present.
Police Chief Peter Stormas,
Here.
Deputy Chief of Police Steve McNamara,
Here.
Fire Chief Robert Patterson,
Here.
Deputy Fire Chief David Meyer,
Here.
Recording Secretary Stephanie Bodiger, here.
Okay, we'll move on to the approval of minutes. I'll need approval of minutes for the September 4th, 2025 regular meeting. I'll need that in the form of a motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion. I'll need a second. You want to redo it, Bob?
Second.
Okay. Any conversation, gentlemen? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on to correspondence. Chief Patterson.
Yes, if I could, I wanted to add one. We did receive a thank you letter from a resident in Plum Creek subdivision. One day that her son came to visit, and she walked to the fire station with his 3 sons, and she wanted to thank Captain Natalie Ferrantella for her time and energy she put in to show the kids a good time at that station. She really did want to make sure that we thanked her for how kind she was to the kids when they were there and the time that she took with them. So that's all I had.
Very good, and we all know that Natalie does a great job with that. Move on to correspondence. Chief Sormas.
Nothing tonight.
Very good. Move on to old business. Chief Patterson.
No old business.
Very good. Chief Sormas.
No old business tonight.
Okay, move on to new business, and we'll start the recommendations. Hire of a part-time employee, Chief Patterson.
Yes, you've seen the packet, I believe it was passed around, so we're looking for permission to go ahead and hire that part-time firefighter EMT to start as a part-time with our department.
Okay, I'll need that in the form of a motion for the hiring of the part-time firefighter EMT.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any conversation, gentlemen? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Go on to PD with the recommendations for resolution to update the fee schedule for tow and miscellaneous fees. Chief Sormas.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. As I explained in the study session, I recommend to the Board of Safety to recommend a resolution 2031 for the tows and 2032 for miscellaneous fee to the town council to review and update the current fee schedules.
Okay, very good. I don't need a motion for that, do I, Chief?
Yes, yeah, we're going to,
Okay.
we'll need a resolution for that.
Resolution. Okay, so I'll need that in the form of a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any conversation, gentlemen?
I just have one question. What are the current fees for the vehicle tow releases and stuff?
Currently, they're $40, and they'll be increased to $50.
Okay.
So it's a $10 increase. And then if you see the second one, which is 2032, the fees are a little bit dated. You have videotapes on there, which we're no longer using, so we're going to kind of update that. And then
I get that one, because that's kind of, you've got all new technology going in,
Yes.
and probably, some of these fees are probably new.
Yeah, we also
Body
have a
cam.
body worn camera,
sure.
video fee. Never had that, so it's basically gonna align the ordinance with the operations day-to-day what we have. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is outdated, we don't even use it anymore.
Very good.
Any other conversation?
I would just note, they're written in the form of an ordinance, correct?
Yes.
The way they've been presented, but for our purposes, obviously, we're not passing the ordinance, we're recommending
A
it to the
recommendation.
council, so.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on to the conditional offer of employment. Chief Sormas.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to recommend to the Board of Safety to extend the conditional offer of employment to Brendan Garbowski, who is our #1 candidate on our current list.
Okay, we'll need that in the form of a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any conversation, gentlemen? I just wanted to add one thing. So I did sit in the oral interview, and Mr. Grabowski was the most impressive oral interview candidate that I have ever listened to. And, I mean, there were other great ones, but he was by far, I would have been below him on that list.
I concur.
Yeah, he was great. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes unanimously. We'll move on to a recommendation to suspend the new hire list. Chief Sormas.
Yes, I'm currently recommending to the board for a motion to suspend the current eligibility list at this time.
I'll need that in the form of a motion for the new hire list to be suspended.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any conversation? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Move on to recommendation to initiate an emergency hire list.
Yes,
Chief
sir.
Sormas.
I would recommend to the board tonight to recommend or to initiate an emergency hire process effective immediately.
So moved.
Okay, so I'll need that in the form of a motion,
Yep.
okay? And I'll need that second.
Second.
Any conversation, gentlemen? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously. Chief Sormas, you continue with the time promotion.
The next line item is time promotion, Nicholas Flahive. That'll be effective. Recommended a board to promote Nicholas Flahive to first-class patrolman. He was hired approximately 6 months ago, comes to us with previous law enforcement experience, and he's completed all the necessary requirements that we put out there for him to complete. And with that, I would recommend to the board to initiate a first-class patrolman for Nicholas Flahive, effective October 26th.
Very good. I'll need that in the form of a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any conversation, gentlemen? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on to G, the body worn cam and in-car cam system. Chief Sormas.
Thank you. As I explained in our study session, currently the Schererville Police Department has in-car video systems with audio, and we're upgrading our entire fleet to have if the officers have body-worn cameras. And with that, we updated our policy that's been reviewed by our training coordinator, Ryan Staley, and Attorney Christian Bartholomew, and I recommend to the board to pass the policy as presented.
Okay, I'll need that in the form of a motion.
I'll make that motion.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any conversation, gentlemen? I guess I'm going to add something here for somebody that wears a body-worn cam. Welcome to new policing, and they're absolutely wonderful.
It's a new era. It's a new era.
Absolutely,
for us,
yeah. And I would have never said that 20 years ago, but they're absolutely wonderful. They're a great protector of the police. Any other comments? We'll take a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. We'll move on to reports. Chief Sormas.
Nothing other than what's in your packet tonight. Thank you for everything on the agenda for tonight.
Absolutely. Chief Patterson.
Just wanted to add one thing, that this Saturday is our annual Fire Department Open House at Station 2 at 280 Plum Creek Drive between the hours of 11 and 2, and hopefully we'll see you out there.
Very good. You will see me out there. Attorney.
The only thing that I have is I did want to introduce one of our new associates, Julia, in the back of the room. She's joining us today. She's been helping me behind the scenes a little bit on some safety board, merit board issues, and felt that it might be a good idea for her to actually see how the sausage is made, so to speak. So,
Very carefully.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Julian.
Okay, we'll move on. Any news from the board members? I guess I'll add one more thing, only because I felt bad after last meeting. So when I was talking about Rail Safety Week, I went out of my way to thank Chief Sormas for all his continued support of National Rail Safety Week. When, in fact, Bob Patterson has also been a great supporter of National Road Safety Week. He had his guys come out and pose for a picture for us for National Road Safety Week, and I don't know what we were talking about. I just absolutely forgot that you guys had helped me, so my apologies, and thanks again for all your help.
No problem. Thank you.
We'll move to business from the floor. Any business from the floor? Hearing none, I will adjourn the meeting. I'll need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any conversation? Hearing none, this meeting is now adjourned.